Hi Virgo, welcome to your April monthly love prediction reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or cross watchers. Welcome. Of course, only take what resonates. Do not let anything take from you. And remember that everyone has free will, including yourself. So you can do what you will with this. And we can't control anybody, and time is fluid. I also appreciate the likes, the shares, the comments. It's a beautiful energy exchange for the free readings here on YouTube. We're going to get the overall themes in love for you in April, Virgo. The overall themes in love. It's very specific. Okay. Very specific. Venus, love. Okay. That's perfect for you. Really. That's perfect for you. And 12th house and surrender. Okay. So surrender is really talking about like the unknowable, or it's talking about like the mysteries of life, okay, and past lives. It's talking about things that are out of your control, literally. Like I just said, this is the subconscious mind. This is things that have to do with like the Akashic records, your past, the soul contract that you came into this life agreeing to. It talks about like trance states. It talks about healing, spirituality, what else? And karma. It's also talking about our hidden desires, okay? So perhaps there's something here about you tapping into, when it's next to the love card, which is all about magnetism, union, balance, beauty, sensuality, sexuality, intimacy, you know, indulging in love, right? But surrendering to love could also be surrendering to the depths of your love, okay? Because we could be talking about your shadow self. We could be talking about taboo things that aren't entirely you know, out in the open. So hidden desires, fantasies, addictions, that kind of thing. It also could be to do with some secrets as well. Let's get some more information. I'm hearing surrender to what the angels have in store for you, because it's better than you think. You may actually be walking away from... It's like someone set fire to your cup of love. And so how do you do that? You've obviously got to put something else in it to let the fire like ignite from water. There is a sense of surrendering the past here with the Eight of Cups and walking away, because it looks very healing, you know? It's like this one little thing is just like, it's like you've written in your journal and then you're burning it in a cup that's headed down the river and it's never going to be seen again. Please don't litter. But there's a sense of deep healing, and like you're totally fine. Like you're putting things really to rest. You're going with the flow. You're sending things on their way. And that's that perfect surrender when it comes to love and when it comes to matters of the heart from the past. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it does feel like perhaps you're wanting to come into union with someone now. Like you've been independent and strong for so long, but you're really like, okay, I'm kind of like ready for the next level. I'm ready for the next stage. I'm ready for my person to come through. I'm ready to share my life with someone. I want to, no. There was a couple of blockages there, but I think Spirit doesn't want us to focus on that. Otherwise, I would actually bring them out for me to see. You've got the Ten of Wands. Okay. So you could be feeling really overworked at the moment. And it's interesting because you're feeling like you're not on top of your game. But with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Wands, it's like I'm actually feeling so overburdened that I'm not feeling like I'm providing for myself. I don't feel like I'm doing the most, you know, by myself. And that can be scary. It definitely can be scary. It can feel like you're headed in a new direction completely alone. But there is a sense that like you do want to make yourself proud. You do want to make yourself proud, but I get the sense that you're also wanting to bring someone in. Okay, with the Five of Swords, you could be really like in your head about this. You could be overthinking this. You could have a lot of limiting beliefs about receiving love, you know, and I think it's a process here, Virgo, for what you're going through. It's a process of surrendering the love past and then accepting that you're in a period of possibly been alone, and how am I going to do that, and how am I going to make that work? And it actually feels so like overburdened, especially if you're a single parent here. And it can feel like a headache. It can feel like a real headache. And it can feel like, with this kind of crow in your ear energy, it can feel like you're letting the negative thoughts win. But I think it's just that you're moving through like a grief process, so to speak, when it comes to surrender. And it's just the limiting thoughts are just another thing to surrender. You know, here it feels like you really surrendered emotions. And then here you're like, you're asked to be surrendering the limiting beliefs around your worth, okay? Your worth and the position that you could, or the path that you're going on alone. It's like, okay, there is a sense of you can enjoy this alone time. You can enjoy this space. You can enjoy this journey to the next love, okay? How did that want to come out? Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Look, I think that someone... look, I think someone burned you for sure. There's a sense of like being burned here, and then there's a sense of just being a little bit closed off to potential suitors, and being a little bit closed off to romantic offers, and even being closed off to taking on any more work, right? Taking on any more projects, taking on any more offers, okay? So even if you're in like a dating app or something like that, you're kind of feeling like, is this really what I'm dealing with right now? And I don't really feel like I'm ready or worthy, or I don't feel like I've set myself up enough to be here. And so you might actually be like, I feel so overwhelmed with how many messages I'm getting, and it's just not hitting the spot. That's the energy I'm getting. It's just not hitting the spot. I don't know if this is for me. You know what? You can surrender the app. You can pause the app. You can turn the app off. Why the Ace of Wands in reverse for Virgo? Why the Ace of Wands in reverse? Why the Ace of Wands in reverse? Okay. You actually, there's something very, very special. I have to say that, and I say that in the sweetest possible way. There's something very traditionally good that you are missing, or you're wanting. And by missing, I mean, if you're on these apps, it can be so confusing and so impersonal that you miss the chivalry of someone coming towards you, slow and steady, grounded, with good intentions, getting to know you, you know, wanting to create something with you, wanting to build with you, taking you on a date, you know, that kind of energy. And I think that is that going to happen? Because if that's what Virgo is wanting, is it something that is on the horizon? Eight of Swords. Look, I think you're going to still be stuck for a little while. And you need some self-healing, okay? This love is surrendering to self-healing here. It's surrendering to self-love. On the bottom of the decks, you've also got the Knight of Wands. So yeah, I feel like you're a little bit blocked. You're a little bit closed off. You kind of got your own hands tied here for good reason, you know, because you want to heal. You want to heal from this situation. You want to protect your energy for a while. There's a sense of like hermiting away a little bit and just focusing on the projects that you already have in motion. And yeah, this healing energy is beautiful for you. There is a sense of accepting self-image here as well, recognizing the beauty in you. You may have really been hurt not in a physical sense, but you know, if it feels like at a certain age you start to look at yourself differently, and now that you find yourself solo, and this is quite specific, so I apologize if this message isn't for you this month, but it is quite specific, and so I need to follow that thread of what Tarot wants to bring forward for the right people, okay? So if it is for you, let me know in the comments below. But there's a sense of like looking at yourself in the mirror for the first time and seeing the beauty of who you are now without that other person, without that other person's energy, and who you are, what it could look like. What it could look like if you were, you know, powerful and sitting pretty in your independence, and if you did feel good about yourself. What would that look like? okay? What would that look like if you actually like allowed, and surrendering is allowing, if you allowed yourself to be untangled and unshackled by the limiting beliefs that you have around your looks, okay? The limiting beliefs that you have around your physical body, and the limiting beliefs you have around your worthiness of receiving love. I really get a sense that you may need to look at yourself in the mirror, like look at your full bare body, okay? There's a sense of really like coming to terms with who you are and reconnecting to self. I just want to get some other cards on here. Is there something else we're missing when it comes to Virgo's love in April? And I know some of you come here and you really want to hear about love. Oh my goodness, look at this. There's that nostalgia and there's that mirror work that you need to do, okay? It's something that's on repeat, and you're taking the cassette out of the tape and you're getting the pen and you're rewinding things, okay? You're putting the thing back in and you're playing it over and over and over. You really need to take some time here, Virgo, to get to know yourself, look yourself in the mirror and check your self-image, okay? And check the way that you speak to yourself. There's a sense of introspection for sure. The thinking that you have is really outdated. You need to start seeing yourself as the world sees you. Now, how do you do that? I'm actually going to get the tea leaf on this. How do you do that? How does the world see Virgo? I mean, Virgo is the epitome of beauty, okay? You are people pleasers, but it's time to please yourself, okay? Scissors, disappointment in some affair, absolutely, and you need to cut that ish. I'm being bold. You got to cut that out, okay? You need to get rid of that. If you need to do a cord cutting ceremony, look one up on YouTube. If you need help getting it entirely, I suggest some Reiki healing, even distance Reiki. Moon changes in your life. Yeah, there's been some shadows that you need to deal with, and that's to do with the 12th house as well. Okay, possibly dealing with a karmic ex. And the attachment that you had to that person and letting that go. Again, with the moon cycles, I got that impression with the 8 of Cups that you might be doing like a full moon release ritual, okay, of burning memories, and it's definitely needing to burn the memories. It's outdated. It's not going to play in the new like system. It's not going to play on your iPhone. You can't put a cassette in your iPhone, okay? So it's like get rid of these shadow aspects of yourself so that you can completely heal from this. And there's a sense of self-forgiveness coming through as well. Bird, perch, waiting for news, package, or letter. Okay, so you are waiting for like, well, where's the perfect package? Where's the happy family? Where's the blessing bestowed upon me? I want someone to swoop in. Okay, there's that image of like someone swooping in and untangling everything for you. Okay, untangling. And this is very much in your head energy, all this air energy, all this bird energy, very much in your head, okay? So it's something that you've really got to deal with in your mind. Bowl, plenty of material things. Yeah, you actually have more than you're giving yourself credit for. Okay, you need to turn this 9 of Pentacles around and actually realize how much you have to give, how much you have to give yourself, how much you can support yourself, and actually focus on the things that give you pleasure. And with pleasure in the work that you do, there's abundance. I feel like there's a cornucopia waiting here for you, Virgo, and you love that, okay? You're an earth sign, you like to be grounded, you like to be busy, you like to be doing things. You do have a fixer sense to you. You do have a perfectionist sense to you. It's time to release some of that and to allow yourself to enjoy from the fruitful bowl, okay? The fruitful bowl of life. Allow yourself to enjoy the fruitful bowl of life. I want to have a look at what's coming ahead. I'm actually going to use a different deck for this. What is coming ahead? If we skip forward a little bit, what does the future hold in love for Virgo? What does the future hold for love? We need a hopeful message for Virgo. This is full of hope. Do not deny yourself that. It's full of hope. But specifically in love, okay, I just heard what you see in yourself is what you're going to attract towards you. That's so true, okay? You're a mirror to other people. Be very aware of your energy and how you see yourself so that you do not attract a lower vibrational love and actually repeat a karmic pattern here. This time, you need to surrender to this time of self-love so that you do not repeat these patterns, because you need to move on. You need to move on from this outdated thinking, and repeating the pattern is just wasting time, is what I heard. Queen of Wands, okay, stepping into your confidence, okay, even if you have to fake it till you make it, but I'm really sensing here you faithing it till you make it. I had this in a personal reading just today as well. You're really like becoming a butterfly, and you're in this goop stage. You've got to allow yourself the chance to heal. You've got to allow yourself the chance to dissolve all that negativity, all those limiting beliefs, all other people's opinions, all of the things that were said and done and not done. And just come out of this period with your best self, with your self-assured, optimistic, creative. This is beautiful Aries energy, and it's very feminine energy. It's very attractive energy, okay? Very attractive. You don't realize how gorgeous you are, Virgo, and your energy speaks. Your energy is everything, okay? If you're comparing yourself to, like, I'm just going to say, like, half-naked women who are 20 years your junior, that, like, look at this woman. There's just something so regal and something so poised, but like sensual about her, okay? There's something very sensual about being exactly who you are, and there is a strong sense of independence here. This is going to serve you so well. You will start attracting higher vibrational love. You will start attracting higher caliber love, okay? King of Cups. I'm actually going to take it upright. You've got a beautiful match here. You've got someone who wants to come through devoted, emotionally mature, someone who perhaps has also been through the same phase. Now, I'm actually going to say, if you do not do this work right now, if you do not allow this period of pause and this period of you do have to do the work here. You do have to look at yourself. You do have to change these beliefs. If you do not do that, if you do not come out of April feeling all brand new and in your best, confident, charismatic, vivacious, gorgeous self, and passionate about your own life and your own existence, you will attract someone who is emotionally unavailable. And I'm going to say again, okay? You'll attract someone emotionally manipulative, emotionally abusive, cold, moody, withdrawn, selfish, all of those things. But what you're actually looking for is the direct opposite of that. You're actually looking for support. You're looking for someone with deep emotions who, I'm hearing divine masculine, okay? So no matter what like kind of love you're looking for, this is someone that is ready to support, is open to support, and sees you as the queen that you are, okay? Anything else that is coming forward in the future for love for Virgo, please? Two of Pentacles, yeah. You'll have decisions, you'll have options, you'll be multitasking, you'll be dating around, and you'll be happy, okay? You're going to be able to make a firm decision for your best and highest good, and that feels stable and structured and supportive. It suits your earth grounded energy, okay? You can be juggling when it comes to the Two of Pentacles, but this is weighing up options, and you need that. You need to be able to have firm priorities and to be able to be offered an abundance of options. Okay, I also see a lot of material success coming, but that could come with the right kind of relationship here. Okay, I'm really sensing that you've got to do the work. I can't say it any other way, Virgo. I'm going to take that card. Two of Cups. Yeah, look, you'll make the right decision. You'll make the right decision. Do this work. The person will come through, or the relationship that you're in will evolve. Okay, and you'll make firm decisions that support your boundaries. You'll walk away from anything that isn't serving you, and then you will receive the unconditional mutual respect and love that you deserve. Okay, then your love of like someone who wants to join forces with you, mutual attraction will come forward, and someone who is very gorgeous and very sensitive, and it shows in their energy. They feel safe. I've got to say that they feel safe. Let's get a bunch of advice here for you, please, Virgo. Advice for Virgo for the month of April when it comes to love. Advice for Virgo. Gravity. Ground yourself. Yep, 100%. And day. It's a brand new day. Every day when you wake up is a brand new day. Decide to focus on the positives, okay? Look at the sunshine on that card, okay? Ground yourself, earth yourself, walk in the garden, walk in the sand, sit your butt on the grass, okay? Really ground yourself, decide what you really want, look at yourself for reality. And this is what you are good at, Virgo. Look at yourself for what you really are. You're amazing. You're incredible. It's a brand new day every single day, and get excited about what's headed your way, because you will no longer put up with this basic ass energy, okay? You're no longer going to be attracting that. This is happening for your best and highest good. And that's the news you're waiting for. That's the news you're waiting for. There is someone better coming. You do deserve better. They're coming. But guess what? You're better first, okay? Look after you first. Put the oxygen mask on you first. Final advice for Virgo in the month of April for love, please, Spirit. Final advice. Again, it's very specific messages here today. I'm only going to take the one that actually turned. So Spirit has been quite firm with you. Surround yourself with things you enjoy looking at, listening to, or sharing your space with. Things that give you energy and things that bring you peace. Again, it's all about you. And you are what you think about, but you're also the like result of the top 5 people you hang around. You are a product of your environment. So you get to decide. This month, you get to self-love on yourself so much that you get to decide, what do I like looking at? What do I like sitting on? What do I like eating? What do I like listening to? All of that. Decide and get rid of anything else that isn't serving you, and then you will attract what is best for you, okay? The moon and the clouds are dissolving, and the sun is coming up, okay? If there's one thing we know, the sun will rise again, okay? It's coming for you, Virgo. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. As always, let me know how it resonates in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.